Live, we live and direct. Coming at you. Let's quickly sort something out. 1 second. My people. My people, my people. Participation, put it on subscribers mode, man. Do. Let's make sure that comes up. Yeah, perfect. The chat's working. Reluctant was good. Everything working. Everything irie. Right. As you can see by the title, my people, we're going to be talking about a very specific thing today. And if you are a massive Arteta fan, then and you're sensitive to criticism, then this ain't the stream for you, my bro. Because what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about our reflection on the Arsenal-Liverpool game and what I thought about the approach from the manager. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Some hard-hitting home truths, bro, yeah? That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some hard-hitting home truths that a lot of people don't want to talk about. A lot of people want to, do you know what I'm saying? They want to pretend that everything's cushy with this guy and the way that he approaches big 6 games away from home in particular. Not necessarily how he approaches every single game, but for me, we're going to go straight into this, the beginning of the game, before the game even kicked off. So before the game even kicked off, I was worried. Now the reason I say I was worried is because essentially I see 8 defensive players on this pitch away from the keeper. Out of the 10 outfield players, I believe 8 of these players on this pitch right here on the starting 11 are defensive first players in terms of selection. You've got the back 4, which are just defenders as it is. Then you've got 3 defensive midfielders here. He was playing Moreno in more of an advanced position, almost like a second striker kind of thing, and it was almost like some weird like 4-4-2. It was just very strange the way that he utilized Moreno in this game, to be honest with you. So you've got that 7 players right there, defensive minded players. Then you've got this guy here. Now this guy here, I'm sorry, no one can tell me that he didn't put this guy in this team for his defensive work rate. No one can tell me that. No one can tell me otherwise, bro. There's no way you can tell me otherwise. Martinelli was in this team and in this starting 11 because of his defensive work rate. Now, if you actually watch the game back, I've watched the game back now. So this is the second time that I've watched it. Martinelli wasn't that good defensively. Calafiori at no point in that game, if you watch it back, Calafiori at no point in that game needed his help. He didn't. Calafiori didn't need his help. Yuri and Timber didn't need no help. Saliba and Gabriel, when they were running at us in 3v3 and 4v4 situation, 2v2, they're fine. These guys are more than capable enough to deal with their defensive duties without you having to kind of make our attack weaker, sacrificing our attacking threat in order to help defend. We don't need to help Calafiori defend. We don't need to help Timber defend. We don't need to help Gabriel and Saliba deal with one-on-one situations or two-on-two situations. We don't need that. You have Declan Rice in there. You have Zubimendi in there. You have enough players in those 6 to deal with any threat that comes the opposite way. So for me, I just don't I don't understand what the need was to go with all of these players. And then you've just left yourself with two attacking, really and truly, we just lined up with two attacking players. Because Martinelli didn't help us in attack, so you've only left Gyökeres and Madueke. And then you've got people criticising Gyökeres. I'm sorry, this whole narrative on Gyökeres is just, it's really stupid, to be honest. It's actually really childish. Like, a lot of people just want to just say some stuff just for the sake of it, but reality of the situation is he didn't have no service. What service did Gyökeres have throughout that game? And there was a moment where he held off the ball from, I believe it was Van Dijk, and then he laid it off to Timber, who had a shot. Like, for the scraps that he did get, he actually didn't do a bad job, Victor Gyökeres. So the narrative of, oh, he had this many, like, he's not getting shots because he's not getting service. If you watch the game back, you'll see there was two different occasions where Martinelli on a counter-attack in transition could have played the ball to Gyökeres earlier. There was a moment where Calafiori could have played the ball down the channel to Gyökeres to run onto earlier. However, he didn't do it, bro. He didn't do it. So when you have a striker like Gyökeres, who's not going to come deep, he's not going to collect the ball, he's not going to do all of these things, you as a coach, as a manager, Mikel Arteta needs to learn and understand that when you play with players that thrive in transition, bro, you need to release the ball quicker. You cannot expect Gyökeres. I don't know why people are expecting this man to come into the midfield, collect the ball, do a 1-2, run off, do this, do that. That's not how he plays. Anyone who has watched Gyökeres play before, whether it be in Champions League, whether it be for Sweden, whether it be for Sporting Lisbon, in the league, in the Portuguese league, he was never that kind of striker. So I don't know where people have got this myth from that he needs to be that kind of guy. He's never gonna be that guy. So this selection was wrong. For you to choose three defensive midfielders in a midfield says to me that you don't trust your defense. So Arteta's always banging on about how we got the best defense and he believes we got the best defenders in Europe and we're this and that. You don't believe that. Because if you believe that, you wouldn't have this selection. You would not choose three defensive midfielders and a winger who you've chosen because of his defensive work rate. If you believe that your defense is the best, you would trust your defense. If I think my defense is the best defense, I'm going to trust him. I will trust Saliba in his 1v1 duels. I will trust Gabriel. I will trust Timber. I will trust Calafiori. I will trust Declan Rice. I'm not going to sit there and throw defensive players in front of them and have no creativity in the midfield and sacrifice my attack because I just want to stifle the opposition completely. You have to think about what threat do you have going the other way as well. And so for me, that's where Mikel Arteta got it wrong, bro. People don't want to admit it because people are just too sensitive and people are too, do you know what I'm saying? They're weirdos, bro. They're weirdos, bro. They can't criticize this manager. You can't talk bad about this manager. You can't. If you criticize the manager and say that you got a team selection wrong, all of a sudden it's, oh, you're toxic. You want Arteta gone. You want this. No. You want him to change. You need him to change. It's not even a wanting thing. You need him to change. He needs to change. He cannot continue this way of playing football, bro. We have played 3 games now. Manchester United away. We played Leeds at home. We played Liverpool away. Victor Gyökeres has had like 2 shots, bro. 2 shots. He's had like, what? I think it was, I saw a stat where he's touched the ball like 5 times in the opposition box in 3 games. Like, what is this, bro? What am I watching? How have you played this game here with this lineup when you've got this bench? William Saliba, he came out in the interview afterwards and he spoke about William Saliba wasn't fully fit. He had an injury in the warm-up. But we decided to play him to see how he would do. Are you crazy, bro? What do you mean he was injured in the warm-up and you're playing him? Why are you playing a man that's injured? If he's injured, you've brought in Mosquera. We all saw that Mosquera was good enough to deal with the occasion. He done perfectly fine. He's a good defender. Play him, bro. You just risked Saliba and within 2 minutes he's got injured and then we've had to waste the substitute taking off Saliba and putting on Mosquera. That was silly, bro. That's another silly thing that he did. There was so many things. His substitutions were late. I'm sorry, his substitutions were late. His substitutions were way too late. You should have made the moment that changed this game for me. The moment that changed this game for me, people, yeah, half time, and this is the difference. This is where Arne Slot earns his money and where Mikel Arteta cost us the game. Arne Slot at half time saw that McAllister was having an atrocious game, bro. What did he do? He took him off. I believe he put on Curtis Jones. I'm pretty sure he put on Curtis Jones at that point, yeah. Our midfield in the second half started getting outrun, outfought. They dog walked Zubamendi, bro. In that second half, yeah, this guy was drowning, bro. He was drowning. You could see it. You could see Zubamendi was drowning. What does Arteta do? Absolutely nothing, bro. You can see it. How can we as fans sit here in our homes and go to the stadiums and watch the games and we can see it and he can't see these things? I don't understand, bro. I don't get it, bro. You could see he put on Curtis Jones. Our midfield was getting overrun, bro. Every single time Zubamendi is dying out there. You could see it. You make the change. Look at your bench, for God's sake. You've got the tools. Look at your bench. Martin Odegaard, Eberechi Eze. You've got Max Dowman. You've got Ethan Nwaneri. You got Lewis Skelly. Make that change there. That's the change that needed to be made. Lewis Skelly needed to come into that midfield, bro. In that second half, he should have made that. The minute they made the change with Curtis Jones, you bring on Lewis Skelly. Counteract that. Counteract it instantly, bro. And we're fine. We keep control of that midfield the same way we done in the first half. They offered no threat in the first half. They had no touches in our box in the first half. Because our midfield was functioning fine. In the second half, when they made that switch Arne Slot made tactically, Arteta had no answers, and that is poor. That is poor management. No one can tell me otherwise, bro. You put on Lewis Skelly, you take off Zubamendi, you put him into that midfield, you put Rice in the 6 and you put Lewis Skelly in the 8. Make some changes. Why is Ethan not seeing no minutes? You've put on Max Dowman. I'm sorry, that's a coward move, bro. That you gave up at that point. You gave up. The minute he put on Max Dowman, he gave up. He just gave him minutes. Like, it's just silly, bro. Like, there's just so much things. This game was just purely on Arteta. I'm sorry, there's no other way I can look at this game. The tools that we had at our disposal were enough to do way more damage than what we did. Now, you can lose a game at Anfield, okay? You can lose football games. You can win. You're gonna win. You're gonna lose. The issue is courage. Have some courage. Have some bravery. Show some courage. Don't go to the game with the mentality of playing not to lose. Go to the game with the mentality to win. That's my issue with Arteta. Why are you a coward when it comes to these big away games? Why are you a coward? Why do you have no courage? Why do you not show no bravery? Why do you always play this land of giants midfield, bro, with 3 defensive midfielders? When you have Odegaard, you have Eze, you have Nwaneri, you have Lewis Skelly. What the hell do you need, bro? I don't understand this manager. Before this season, everyone spoke about we don't have the attackers, we don't have the creativity, we don't have the squad depth. We had injuries. We had this. What is the excuse this season? There is no excuse. Come May, at the end of the season, this man needs to be lifting silverware. I don't give a damn what anyone says, bro. There is nowhere to hide for this manager anymore. You have the tools. You have the squad. We have Saka injured, and we still could have fielded this team. Like, last season when Saka was out, we were done. The whole attack was done. There's no excuse, bro. We have spent 240 million. We have revamped this squad. It is a strong squad. It is arguably the strongest squad in the league. I do not understand this style of football that Mikel Arteta is trying to play. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. Can someone try to make this make sense to me? Why does he have no courage? Why is he not brave? Why am I seeing Arne Slot make a change at half-time that switched the whole momentum of the game and we couldn't control the midfield from then on? And this guy's just sitting there. He's just standing there with his arms folded till the 70th minute, only to bring on Odegaard and Eze in the 70th minute, 80th minute, when it's too late. Like, these things just frustrate me, bro. They frustrate me, bro. And then people want to be sensitive about it. When you criticize the manager and you say he got these things wrong, people want to be sensitive and say, oh, you can't be negative. Like we we only lost to a wonder goal free kick. Bro, where was the intent to win the game? That is my question. Where was the intent to win the game? We did not go for the game. No Arsenal fan, I don't care how positive you want to lie to yourself, you want to pretend as if we done this and that. The reality of the situation is we went to Anfield not to lose. We did not go to Anfield to win. And the perfect representation of that is this lineup right here, bro. So that's first things first. This lineup right here is cowardly. This lineup that Arteta put out says everything you need to know about the manager's mentality when it comes to these big 6 away games, bro. This is his mentality. The Manchester United game, let's keep it a buck, bro. We got away with that one because we had one set piece where their keeper messed up and that was it. We didn't do nothing. We have not, even the Leeds game, you can argue, the first half of the Leeds game, shocking. It took a set piece, again, to break the deadlock. Why is it we're relying on set pieces, bro? Why are we relying on set pieces when we have these attacking players, bro? We've got the attacking players. I don't understand. Why am I seeing Bournemouth and Brighton and Fulham and Crystal Palace, and these guys don't have better players than us? Why do they play better attacking football than us? I don't understand it. Trust your defenders. Trust your defenders. You're saying, we as fans all say Gabriel and Saliba is the best partnership in Europe. We all say Jurrien Timber's the best one-on-one defender at right back in the Premier League. We all say Calafiori's this, Calafiori's that. So why can't you trust them to defend? Why do you need to protect them so much with your wingers coming back and defending? When Martinelli and Saka play, they both have to come back and... Bro, relax. Relax. Let the shackles, let them play, bro. The attackers... If you go and look back at the old Mourinho team back in the day when they used to be known for defending so much. Yes, they used to defend and they used to be solid at the back and they used to be known for their resilience. However, when they went up the pitch, they had the likes of Robben on the right hand side. They had the likes of Damien Duff on the left hand side. They had the likes of Drogba up front, who were allowed to express themselves. They were allowed to play freely. They were allowed to roam and interchange and do whatever they wanted to do in order to produce moments of magic to win the game. So why is it not the same for us? Why are we so robotic? Why am I seeing Martinelli drive 20 yards with the ball only to turn back and pass it backwards? Why am I seeing Calafiori on the ball who can play it into the channel? Instead of that, he goes to Zubimendi, who goes to Rice, who goes to Timber, who goes to Gabriel, who goes back to Raya, who goes to Saliba, who goes to Zubimendi, who goes to this person, to that person. We punt it long to Madueke, we lose possession. What is this football? I'm actually fuming with this manager, bro. Like, I've really thought to myself, if he gets an attack, if he gets these players, maybe he's gonna change his ways. Maybe something's gonna click in his head. Nothing's changing, bro. It's the same shit, and I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I'm sick and tired of it. It's not Arteta out, Arteta in. I ain't on all this bullshit, bro. I'm Arsenal in. I'm Arsenal to win, bro. Yeah. Couldn't give a damn if it's the manager's my next door neighbor. I don't give a damn if the manager's... I don't care who it is, bro. The football that I'm watching is not good enough. The squad that we have is good enough. The tools are there. If I give you food and say to you, we're at a barbecue, I give you the burgers, I give you the chicken, I give you the buns, I give you the salad, I give you everything you need, I give you the lamb, and I say to you, okay, here, you go make the barbecue. There's people waiting. The fans, in this sense, are the people waiting for the food, for the barbecue. And you, as the chef, burn it. I can't blame the food. I'm not blaming the food. I gave you fresh food from the butchers. I went and got you. I spent so much money on that food. I bought you fresh burgers. I bought you fresh lamb, fresh chicken, fresh buns, fresh tomatoes, fresh salad. Why are you burning the food? So I can say Martinelli's this and Moreno's that and this person's that, but at the end of the day, it's the manager. Why is the manager selecting players that play this way? Why is the manager making the changes he is? Why is the manager lining up in this way, this fashion, like this, bro? That's not good enough, man. And until fans start realizing and saying things as it is, instead of wanting to always be right, instead of wanting to always spin an agenda, whether it's Arteta in, whether it's Arteta out, whether it's whatever it is, like, until that day happens, we will no longer progress, bro. Because we're always going to be divided. We're always going to be sitting here, one person arguing this, one person arguing that. Bro, keep it a buck. Be honest with yourself. When you go to watch these games, whether you pay money to go to the stadiums, which is a rip-off, by the way. They're charging people £80 for tickets and shit. Yeah, for some dead football, bro. Yeah. So, whether it's that or whether you're watching it at home, you cannot tell me, yeah, you're watching this team attack and you're entertained. You are entertained by this lineup attacking. The way that we attack is actually so poisonous to the eye, fam. It's mad. Like, it drives you mad, bro. You can see the pass. They won't do it. You can see it. You're calling for it, but they won't do it. Because they've been programmed to keep possession. Keep possession. Don't lose the ball. Don't lose the ball. Don't lose the ball. Don't lose the ball. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, that's not going to win you titles. You have to be brave. You have to be brave. You have to go for games. You have to try to win. If you don't try and win, you're never going to get anywhere. The reason Liverpool won that game, whether people want to admit it or not, is because they went for the win. In the second half, they made adjustments. They went for the win. And that's that. They went for the win. That's the reality. Whether you want to sit there and say, free kick, this, that, whatever. Bro, you earn your luck in football. That's how it is. You earn your own luck in football. So, for me, not good enough. Lineup, not good enough. Substitutions, not good enough. Timing, not good enough. No bravery, no courage. Tactically outdone. Tactically clueless, bro. The minute that Curtis Jones got on that pitch, this guy was clueless, bruv. He was standing there like one dickhead, fam. Yeah, that's what Arteta was doing. He was standing there like one sausage, bro. He didn't have a clue what to do. When in reality, all you had to do was replace one of the 3 DMs with someone with more energy, like a Lewis Skelly. The whole world can see it, bro. The only person that can't see it is Arteta and his cult following. He seems to have this cult following of fans that are like, bro, they're on their knees. They're on their knees to Arteta. They are literally on their knees to Arteta, bro. Like, I don't understand. What did Arteta do for you lot to be so... Like, he's not even a club legend. He didn't do nothing for this football club, bro. What did he do for you to be so obsessed with him? But then these are the same people that were dragging Wenger, bro. They were dragging Arsene Wenger. How dare you, blood, drag Arsene Wenger and then you're all sucking off Arteta, bro. That makes no sense, fam. Like, these people are just, I swear to God, bro. Sometimes I think to myself, we live in some crazy universe, bro. The way this shit works out, like, it makes no sense, man. But yeah, those are my thoughts about it, man. Let me see what you lot are saying. My rant is it gets my head hot, bro. Seriously, man. When it comes, like, when I'm thinking about how he approached that game, the more and more I think about it, the more I get stressed out, man. Seriously, bro. Mr. S says, mate, your point makes no sense. It makes perfect sense, bro. What do you mean we don't need all these defensive players? See what I'm saying? This is one of them. This is one of them, bro. This is one of them right there. That's one of them right there, bro. That's one of them right there, bro. Like, this is absolute, like, look at this nonsense, bro. Look at this nonsense, bro. This is our fan base, bro. This is our fan base, fam. We released the ball quickly in that game. What game was this guy watching, bro? Can someone explain to me what game this guy was watching? 2 occasions, Martinelli had the ball, could have released. Gyökeres didn't. Went backwards, lost the ball, lost possession. Calafiori had the ball down the left-hand side, could have released it down the channel, didn't. Yurian Timber had the ball in the midfield, could have released it down the right-hand side to Madueke quicker, didn't. The only player that seemed to realise what was happening on that pitch was David Raya. David Raya realised that Noni Madueke is our biggest attacking threat. Let me get the ball to him quick. David Raya, do you know how damning that is when your goalkeeper, your goalkeeper is the one who is realizing the threat on the pitch and he's releasing the ball to him? That is shocking, bro. The fact that David Raya was the one that realized that threat is it's nonsense, bro. I'm sorry. It's absolutely nonsense, bro. The substitution analysis is lazy and is obviously what people will say. Eze and Odegaard both came on with us drawing. They came on too late. They came on in the 70th minute, my bro. Did you not listen to what I said, bro? They came on too late. I said the timing. I didn't just say the substitute. I said the timing. The timing of substitutions is just as important as the actual substitutions itself. You can make us the right sub, but you can make it in the 90th minute. That doesn't make it a good sub. That just means you've made the sub too late. The changes were too late. You reacted way too late, bro. Arne Slot made his change in the 45th minute. Bang, we lost control of the midfield. Zubimendi was being outrun, outworked, dog walked. Where was your reaction to that? Why did you wait till the 70th minute, 75th minute to bring on Eze and Odegaard? Like, it's ridiculous, bro. We haven't lost a big away game in 2 years. We've lost plenty of big away games, bro. We've lost plenty of big away games. Just because you don't lose to big six teams, it doesn't mean that it's good enough, bro. We've lost away games to Aston Villa. We've lost away games to West Ham, which have cost us the title. We've lost away games at Bournemouth. We've lost away games at Brighton. We have lost many away games that have cost us league titles. I am not saying that losing at Anfield is going to cost you the title. I never once said that. What I said was that this approach, in terms of our attacking play, is shocking. And if you think that this is the way that we should be approaching games, attacking with Victor Gyökeres and Eze and all these new players that we have, then you, my friend, are clueless, bruv. You are clueless, bro. If you believe this is how you unlock a Victor Gyökeres, the most prolific striker in Europe last season, the way you unlock Gyökeres is to play how we're playing, you are silly, bro. You're stupid, bro. And that's me putting it politely. If you think this is how you get the best out of Gyökeres, you're stupid, bro. Don't even try to talk tactics about football. Don't, just watch it, bro. Just watch it blindly and just be in your own cuckoo land, fam. Because that's not how you get the best out of Victor Gyökeres, playing this kind of dross football that Arteta's trying to play, bro. So that's on you, innit? If you want to think that, you think that, bro. Martinelli needs to be sold. He's finished 100%, Brian, bro. Martinelli has been finished for a long time now, man. He's been finished for a long time, bro. I don't understand. Apparently there was rumours that there was Saudi were trying to buy him for 80 million and this. If that is true, by the way, if we had an 80 million offer on the table, which I don't believe is true. I don't believe someone would buy Martinelli for flipping 30 million, let alone 80 million, bro. But if that was true, then not selling him is criminal, bro. It's criminal, man. But for me, Arteta, the answer is he is too defensive, man. Because I feel like if you really and truly believe in this defense right here, then you do not protect it with three defensive midfielders. You don't need to do that, and you definitely don't play a winger, okay? A winger who you're playing just for his tracking back. You're playing an attack. Since when was this a thing, by the way, in football? Like, I don't know, this new age of supporters, they must be like in their flipping teenagers and shit. Like, there's no such thing. Your attackers are there. Once they get into the final third, you let them express themselves. Go do your thing. Bro, no, attackers never in football's history have been, oh, you have to come track back and work hard. I'll do this, do that. No, bro. Your attackers are there to get to give you that moment, that magic up the pitch. Like I said, Damien Duff. Like I said, Ian Robben, Didier Drogba. On top of that defensive Mourinho team that he had. He still had that X factor up front. He still had them players that were allowed to express themselves. He still allowed them to play with that freedom. Why are we suffocating our players, bro? Why are we like imprisoning our players, making them so restricted in what they can do? Is honestly, man. Honestly, bro. The way that this manager approaches games has to change. I'm sorry. If it doesn't change, then we're no longer gonna win this league, bro. It's just as simple as that, man. You can't tell me that the approach to these games has been like good in the slightest. Let me show you guys something, yeah? Let me show you guys something. I want you to take a look at this, right? And this is for this guy, Mr. S in specific. I can tell you're an Arteta fan. You've probably got his posters all over your wall. Do you know what I'm saying? You're creaming to Arteta every single day, bro. I need you to explain something to me, yeah? I need you to explain something to me. Where's this guy's flipping stats, bro? How the hell do I get up Gyökeres' stats, man? Victor Gyökeres. Right, this was the first game. Someone explain this to me, bro. We're playing good attacking football, according to Mr. S, right? Mr. S, we're playing good attacking football, right? What's going on, Carla? We're playing good attacking football, right? Mr. S? Arteta is playing very good attacking football. He's triggering the press, and we're passing and doing this and that, and we're passing quickly, according to you. We pass quickly, right? What is this, bro? What is this? What are these stats, bro? What are these stats, bro? Let me fix it. Let me fix it for you. What on earth are these stats, bro? Please. And this is going to continue, by the way. This is going to continue, bro. Is it fixed? Is it not fixed? It should be fixed. What are these stats, bro? Explain to me. How is the most prolific striker in the world having stats like this? Now, if you can't see them, let me read it for you. 1 hour of football played, 0 goals, 0 assists. Fine, that's fine. 0 shots on target, 0 shots off target, 0 shots blocked. Attempted dribbles, 1 successful, none. Now, you're someone who's sitting here telling me Arteta is playing quick attacking football. We're gonna we're getting the best out of our strikers, and this ain't it's not Van Dijk, bro. This ain't Van Dijk. This is the Manchester United game, and this is my point exactly. This is my point exactly. The free flowing football that we used to play back in the day has died, bro. This guy he doesn't allow his attackers to express themselves like they do in that Mourinho team, which was defensive based. Like I said, Duff, Robben, Drogba. The reason I keep going back to that example is because that was a defensive team. That was a team that was built on defense. However, the difference is Mourinho actually believed in his defenders. He allowed them to defend 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 1-on-1, 2-on-2 situations. He trusted them. He said, okay, cool. I back my defenders. John Terry, Carvalho, I back these guys against anyone in Europe. It's fine. I don't need 3 defensive midfielders and defensive wingers, and I don't need that. I don't need that. They can defend by themselves. However, with us, we're starving our attacking players, bro. Look at his touch map. Look at the stats. That's against Manchester United. Then you go on to the Leeds game, yeah? Look at the stats here. Shots on target, 2. Shots off target, 1. 2 goals. One of them was a penalty. He's starving. Again, if you look at the game, bro, look at the bigger picture. You can sit there and say he scored two goals in 3 games. That's fine. No one's arguing that, of course, because he's a top player. He's going to score goals regardless. He's going to score goals anyway. However, the service that we're giving Viktor Gyökeres, who's come to this football club as the most prolific striker in Europe, knowing that he plays in behind, we have to play the ball to him quickly. He has to receive the ball on the turn and quickly run in behind the defenders. There was multiple occasions where he makes them runs in all 3 of these games. If I could show clips without getting copyrighted, I would show you multiple clips. I've gone back and looked at the Liverpool game. There was 3 occasions he made a run down the channel and didn't get the ball. Martinelli twice and Calafiori once. He didn't receive the pass. So we're starving this guy. And then again in the Liverpool game, common theme again. Look, it's a reoccurring thing. So we can sit here and, like you said here, I think you said, oh, it's Van Dijk and Konate. You said he got bullied by Van Dijk and Konate. We can say that, but then at the same time, bro, like respectfully, he played the similar type of performance against Leeds. He had a similar type of performance against Maguire and whoever the hell is in the defence for... Look, this is across 3 games now. 1 at home, 2 away. Look at the touches, bro. Look at the shots. Look at just... What are these stats, bro? What is this? How have we allowed the most prolific striker in Europe to come to our football club and we're limiting him to 1 shot per game? He's had 0 shots against Liverpool. He's had 0 shots against Man United, and he had 3 shots against Leeds. 1 of them was a penalty. So if you average it out over the 3 games, he's getting 1 shot a game. So are you telling me if we continue like this, Viktor Gyökeres is going to end the season with 38 shots? Do you know how mad that sounds, bro? Like it's, I'm sorry, bro. He has to change the way that we attack. He has to. He cannot continue like this, guys. I'm sorry, whether you like Arteta or whether you don't like Arteta, I don't really care. I don't really give a damn about Arteta. That's my opinion. I don't really give a toss about Arteta. I couldn't care less if we win it with Arteta, like I said, or we win it with my next door neighbour, or we win it with the dog down the road. I don't care, bro, yeah? I don't care if we win it with Win the Dog, or we win it with a rat in charge, bro. I just want to win the title. It doesn't matter who's winning it for me, bro. People need to get out of their feelings when it comes to managers and players. And bro, you should want what's best for the club, and what's best for the club right now is not the way that we're playing. It's not. Whether it's Arteta in charge, whether it's whoever's in charge, you have to call a spade a spade. When you see something wrong, it's wrong. Simple as that. So we can't sit here and make excuses and always create these narratives and try to spin things into... You don't always have to spin everything into a positive. It's fine. Like, you can criticize a manager, you can criticize players, you can criticize the performance, it's fine to criticize in life. Like, it's okay, bro. In real life as well, outside of football, it's fine. Musia, big up yourself, says, in answer to your title, it's a very obvious yes. If you look at the signings, be it made, he has the best defensive depth in Europe, but has the weakest attacking depth in terms of quality. Do you know what it is? I agree, he's got the best defensive depth in Europe, and I genuinely think he's got one of the best attacking depths in the Premier League. I just think he doesn't know how to utilize it. I'm sorry. Like, I think if you give our attack to a better attacking manager, he'll get the best out of it. Because I've seen teams that have worse attacks than us attack better than us. So that's where I'm like, okay, like, you're not really getting the best out of what you got. I don't even believe he's getting 50% out of what he's got. The only attacking player that really has thrived under Arteta, if we're being completely honest, bro, is Saka. It's just Saka. And I believe Saka's the type of player to thrive anyway, regardless of what manager it is, bro. Brother, this is Liverpool away. Both teams didn't create anything. Look at Slot's comments after the game. I agree. I'm not saying they didn't create, whether they created or not. I agree. You've done the hard bit. You've nullified Liverpool. You've done the hard bit. And you was here in the beginning of the stream when I said, in my breakdown, I said, The moment the game changed, at halftime I was happy. At halftime I was happy with the way the game was going. On my watch along, I was happy. I was saying it. I was saying I'm happy with the way the game's going, bro. I didn't have no issues with that. My issue was at halftime when he subbed on, took off McAllister, who was having a shocking game, put on Curtis Jones, and then the game switched. Why didn't he react to that? Why didn't you put Lewis Skelly in the midfield and take off Moreno? Why didn't you put Lewis Skelly in the midfield, take off Zubimendi, put Rice in the 6? Why didn't he react? Why did he just sit there and just let the game get away from us? And then they built momentum and momentum and momentum. Like, I don't know, bro, how else to explain it, man. The Gyökeres signing doesn't and will never make sense because Gyökeres feeds off transition football. Arteta plays the complete opposite. That's a fact. That's a fact. I still believe he'll get goals just because of the quality of the player, but I don't think Arteta... I don't know, but if your style doesn't suit the most prolific striker in Europe, then there's something wrong with your style. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, like that. For me, if your style can't cater to the most prolific striker in world football, then there's something wrong with your style. Because I don't know. Like if I give you a Lamborghini and you can't drive it because you're used to driving a Fiat Punto or some shit, like, bro, that's not the car's fault, that's your fault because you just don't know how to drive it. There's some truth to this, but you can't say we haven't tried to find him in behind when watching. Against Leeds, yes, we tried a few times, which was when Odegaard was on the pitch. We did try a few times. He tried to play the ball to him a few times. And I understand it's going to take time for the players to learn how to play with Victor Gyökeres. But I'm just saying, going forward, I need this. This needs to change, bro. It needs to change. And I'm not saying it because when I say these things, people tend to think, oh, I'm saying it because I hate the manager. Like, or I want the manager gone, so that's why I'm saying it. It's not that, bro. It's just because I want the team to succeed. I want Gyökeres to succeed. I hate the fact that I'm seeing people criticizing Gyökeres when I know it's not his fault. So, as a fan, I want these things to be sorted, bro. So that's why I'm saying these things. I'm not saying these things to drive any agenda. I don't have any agenda. My agenda is Arsenal to win, bro. I don't do this little childish shit with the manager, this and that. What my thoughts on the manager are, it doesn't matter. What anyone's thoughts on the manager are doesn't matter. That's the reality. The only thing that matters is that the football club have to win this season. He will have better games and certain players will learn to look for him. Hopefully. I hope so, bro. 10-man Newcastle played a better attacking football than us. 100%, bro. You can look. We were the only ones they kept a clean sheet against, fam. Literally the only ones. They played against 10-man Newcastle. 10-man Newcastle looked threatening. Who was the other game they played against? Was it Bournemouth? They played against Bournemouth at Anfield as well, I'm pretty sure. And Bournemouth looked threatening. But us, for some reason, we look blunt as hell. Which is exactly why I believe he has the weakest attacking depth. He isn't the best attacking-minded manager. He isn't at all. Curtis Jones came on 61 and Odegaard and Eze came on 70. Let's get that right. No, there was a substitution at half-time, bro. There was a substitution at half-time in the game, man. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. This was shocking, man. Like, how are you letting the guy go out there when he's injured, bro? What is all that about? And then we sit there and we wonder, we're like, oh, why do our players, like, they get injured and this, and because you're risking them when you don't need to risk them. Why are you risking the player? It doesn't make no sense, bro. Yeah, this change here, you're right, 61st minute. This change is switched the game up, bro. That's when you instantly need to react now. Look, there's too much, bro. That's too long. That's too long, bro. And you've made the wrong change. You've made the wrong change. He's made the wrong change again. He needed legs in the midfield, bro. Lewis Skelly should have came on. Why is Skelly not coming on in that midfield, bro? This game, man, he was a coward, bro. He was a coward in this game, man. I'm sorry. He did not take it to Liverpool, man. He was just playing not to lose. That's the reality of the situation, man. And he does that a lot. He's got a habit of doing that. And now our next game, I believe, is Forest. Yep, Nottingham Forest. This game here, we need to. During this international break, we need to. I don't know. He needs to change. He needs to change, man. He needs to change a lot. He needs to make sure that he can fix up this attack. These next 2 games. My OBS just completely bugged out. My bad. I don't know what the hell just happened there. But yeah, for me, he needs to fix it up, man. He has to fix it up. Moreno starting in front of Eze was criminal. 100%, bro. 100% it was criminal. And then him not what's it called, bro? Him not bringing on Ethan for me was criminal as well. How are you bringing on Max Dowman and you're not bringing on Ethan, a player who's experienced, a player who's done it? It's just, it's mad, man. It's mad, man. It's the wrong change in your opinion. This is what I mean when I say subs are good or bad in hindsight. If Eze scores that chance and Szoboszlai doesn't score. Yeah, but ifs and buts ain't, that's not, even if Eze scored that chance, bro, like, we didn't create anything. Apart from that chance, what did we create? We didn't create anything. We didn't create. That's my problem. That's my point. That's my whole point that I'm saying is he played not to lose. Yes, you're always going to have one chance in a football game. Always. It's 90 minutes of football. You're always going to have one moment. However, we didn't put ourselves in a position to create chances. We didn't put ourselves in a position to win the game. And ultimately, we got what we deserved, bro. Because we didn't try to go for it like that. My chat is frozen as well, by the way. I don't know why OBS is just bugged out, so I can't even bring up your chats like that. Let me try to fix that. Bear with me 1 second, people. And big up to every single one of you that is here, by the way. I appreciate you all, man. Whether you agree or disagree, you get me. We're all Arsenal fans, bro, so I'm sure we all want the best for the club. Let's do that there. But yeah, man, it's just frustrating. Let me quickly write something in the chat so I can get it back up. Right, there we go. Chat's back up. Liverpool honestly created less than us, but you're not criticizing their approach at home because Liverpool are the champions, bro. Respectfully, like, I don't need to criticize Liverpool. And then I'm not a Liverpool fan, bro. Like, I'm not a Liverpool fan, so I don't really give a toss about Liverpool. I support Arsenal, fam. Like, why do I care about Liverpool and what Liverpool's doing? Like, I don't really. I'm worried about us. I'm not worried about what Liverpool does, man. It's about I'm focused on us and what we can do, as opposed to looking at what Liverpool do. In terms of a few other bits and pieces, moving on from the game, and obviously what my thoughts are on that. These are all of the signings in the end I believe Nkapie was brought on deadline day. Even though I do believe it was done beforehand, I think Nkapie was done before. And from what I've seen, he seems like a good defender, solid defender. I know that I've seen him when he played at left, like it was almost like a left wing back position for Bayer Leverkusen, and he was good there. So I'm assuming he's just a straight up replacement for Jakub Kiwior, who's gone to Porto. It is anticipated that Andre Alberto will look to expand this team with another significant recruitment appointment expected in the coming months. Yeah, what does that even mean? The window's over. Is he talking about January already? Andre Alberto's own team is still being reshaped. Jason Ato left Arsenal in May to replace him. Alberto wanted former Juventus head. Yeah. Mosquera was part of the Spanish team. Mosquera, by the way, what did you lot think of Mosquera? I thought he was solid, man. I thought he was solid. Very impressed with Mosquera. Very, very impressed. Especially considering he was thrown into an absolute baptism of fire, bro. Anfield away as your first debut, like, and from the second minute pretty much, third minute or whatever it was. Negotiations for new contracts with Bukayo Saka and William Saliba continue. They need to be sorted. Big up Eze every single time, man. He's gonna come good. He's gonna come good, bro. That's one signing I'm gassed about. Just play him on the damn left, please. Just get Martinelli out of this team, man. For the love of God, bro. Get Martinelli the hell out of this team, bro. What do you guys rate the transfer window? What do you guys rate the transfer window? What's your rating out of 10? Including incomings and outgoings. What do you think? We didn't really manage to sell many players. I think I tweeted that yesterday. Yeah, this was my take on it, bro. I don't think we managed to sell enough players for me to give it like a 10 or anything like that, or a 9. But still a very good window. Mosquera looked decent, to be honest. Gunnar says, excuse me. I agree, man. He definitely looked, for me, he looked very good. 8, because Eze ain't come in. Eze definitely boosted the window. 100% boosted the window, bro. 100%. And 8 is fair. I'd say an 8 is fair. Not including outgoings. Yeah, outgoings, we didn't manage to get many out. We managed to get a few out. The most impressive sale was probably Lokonga, because he hasn't even played football. We got 10 million. But everyone else was pretty much loans. I think looking at this window, considering the prices they all came for as well, I'd give it a 7.5, maybe 7. Just I can't give it that, like, I can't give it like a 9 or anything like that, because we didn't sell players for me. We didn't sell enough players for me, man. And by the way, if you guys are on Twitter, I've made it Twitter. Like I'm trying to be more active on Twitter, innit? That's my Twitter right there. So follow me up on there, man. I'll hit you back as well. Let me know what your YouTube name is on there, and then I'll hit you back. 5 out of 10 for me. We made no money and only got a couple of good players. It's true, we only really got, in terms of starting 11, even though it's hard to improve our starting 11, we did improve our squad depth a lot. Our starting 11, Zubamendi, Eze, Gyökeres. That's it. Newcastle's window 6 out of 10. I think Newcastle had a decent window, man. I think people are overlooking the fact that they managed to sign 3 attackers to replace Isak. They managed to get Ramsey in as well. They managed to replace Isak. Essentially what they did was get Elanga, Wissa and Walter Mode, or whatever his name is, which is, we'll see how he does, but the other 2 proven in the Premier League, not too bad, so I don't think they done bad at all, to be honest. They made quite a bit of money as well. Would have been an 8 if Isak stayed. Nah, man, bro, I'll be honest with you though, once players get to that stage, it's just, you gotta let them go, man. You gotta let them go, man. What has Arsenal tweeted? Surely there's some form of like PR. The final piece of the puzzle. Piero Hincapié. And there he is. Flipping hell, bro. The PR that we drop is crazy, innit? We love a good bit of PR. The future looks good. You got Max Dallman, Ethan and Lewis Skelly all on the bench. Fucking hell. When you got, whilst you got Martinelli out there on the pitch, like, Jesus. You got Martinelli on the pitch, whilst you got them lot chilling on the bench. Big up Sham, man. Big up yourself, bro. But yeah, man, like, that's pretty much it. That's I just wanted to go live and let you guys know what I thought about the situation with the manager and how he's approaching games and stuff. So that's pretty much all my thoughts on it, man. Like, honestly, I'm sick and tired of repeating myself though. Like, I honestly, I'm getting to a point where I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. All the money we spent and still no natural left back. Yeah, but what I would say is, to that, Gunner, I agree to a sense, but Hincapié is a left wing back. I don't know where people got this, oh, he's a centre back, he's a centre back. He's not really a centre back, bro. He's a left wing back, because when he played for Bayer Leverkusen, he always played in that system. He always played in the left wing back position. If you look at his heat map as well, he always takes up he occupies them spaces, bro. Like on the left hand side. So it's definitely an Arteta signing, if you want to say that, in terms of, you know how he normally has his left backs playing. But I feel like Hincapié is more of a Kieran Tierney, bro, type player, because I've watched him, bro. I've actually watched him play, like, so I know his traits and stuff. He's more of a overlapping wing back, as opposed to a Calafiori or a Skelly who cut inside a bit more, and they occupy the middle spaces of the pitch. He kind of goes on the outside. So if we play at Eze and he's on the pitch, he's going to be overlapping whilst Eze kind of drifts inside. What would you rate Liverpool's transfer market? 10, bro. It's got to be a 10. It's got to be a 10. It can't. I don't think I've seen anyone have a better transfer window in my life, bro. I'm 32 years old. I've never seen it. I can't remember everyone they brought in, but let me see. This is it. Apart from Gahey didn't work, so they got this Marmadashvili guy, Ekatike, Verts, who's a scrub. He's going to be a scrub, by the way. I'm telling you, this guy's going to be the biggest flop. I said it from game week 1. Remember, I told you lot. And I've got it live on stream as well. This guy's not going to be able to deal with the Premier League. Isak, I have no idea who that is. Frimpong and Kirkes. There's not much more you can say, bro. On top of a title-winning team, this is what their team's going to be. Bro, look at that team, bro. What the fuck? That's a 10 window, fam. Sickens me, fam. Makes me sick to my stomach, bro. What's this? Gyökeres was asked about player power in the transfer market. He said, when it's a player that is not wanted in that club, I think it's the total opposite. He doesn't have any power. The club can literally do what they want with the player. My striker, fam. What the hell? We got Anthony out here crying, bro. Whoa, let's not get copyrighted now. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Let's see what you guys are saying before we end the stream. Big up Sham says, drop a like before the stream ends. Big up to you, my boy. Nkapie is an unknown quantity in the Premier League, yeah. Chelsea's transfer market 5. 4 or 5. They've sold well, but they haven't bought no one that I rate other than Pedro. I'll be so honest. Garnacho, Gittins, Delap. Just a bunch of meaty guys, bro. There's no one out there that stands out to me. I'll be so honest, fam. I hope you're right and he can become our left back. I think he will, bro. I think he will going forward. I think he will. He's keep your eye out on Nkapie, bro. Trust me, I've watched him a lot, man. I've watched him a lot. He's one player that I have watched a lot that I can comfortably say he will do well in the Premier League, bro. He's very physical. He's rapid. He's very good at tackling in terms of his aggression. Like he's really aggressive, bro, in his tackles. He might give away a few fouls. Like he might need to chill out a bit. I can't lie, because he likes to slide tackle. He likes to win the ball like that. So he's not really a interceptor. He's more of a clamp you type striker, type defender when it comes to defending strikers and attackers. A 9.5 is what Sham says for the Liverpool window. I think 10, man, regardless of Gay or not. Like I don't think, but 9.5 is strong anyway. Either way, I do think it's the best transfer window I've seen from any team though. Gakpo is good. Ekitike gonna take his position. Ekitike will play on the left, yeah, 100%. Liverpool's window 10 out of 10. I agree. We wanted 2 centre backs. Unfortunate the Gay deal collapsed in the last minute. We'll get him for half the price in January. Yeah, you'll get him eventually. He will leave eventually. But I think the way Gay he conducted himself was really good. I think Eze conducted himself really good as well. But yeah, my people, make sure that you guys are smashing the like button and you're subscribing. I'm gonna have a stream maybe either later on today in the evening time at about 8 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock UK time. We're going to be talking about the fixtures coming up and what's expected from them, what I expect from them fixtures. And yeah, keep tuned, man. It's either going to be this evening or it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be one of the two, and I'll keep you lot posted on that one, man. So make sure you're smashing the likes, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you that did come through, man. Big up to Reluctant, big up to Sham, big up to Gunner for Life, big up to Carla, big up to Mr. S, big up to every single one of you, man. I appreciate all of you. Whether you agree with me, whether you don't agree with me, whether you're a hater, whether you're not, big up to you guys, man. Love and blessings always. Gahey would have made it a 10 easy. Gahey would have made it 100 for me. Would you say the Liverpool window is better than Madrid 09? Yes, I think the only window that can rival Liverpool's window would be the 2006 Chelsea window. Was it 2006? Where they got Ballack, Ashley Cole. Who else was it, man? They bought quite a few. They bought Shevchenko, yeah, Shevchenko, who was Golden Boot winner, Balak, and Ashley Cole. I think it was in 2000, was it 2005 maybe? Chelsea. That window was crazy as well. But yeah, this is pretty much, it's either this or that, like, for me. But big up to you guys, man. Big up, man. Blessings every single time. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of all your loved ones, man. And don't stress too much about Arsenal like I do, blood, because I'm losing hair, fam. My hair's going grey. Even my barber said to me, oh, you got grey hairs now? I said, yeah. I said, Arsenal, that's what happens, man. When you support Arsenal for 32 years, you get me? You start getting some grey hairs, fam. When they got Ronaldo, Benzema, Kaká, Alonso, Albiol, Arbeloa, and the Negredo, yeah, that's a crazy window as well. But big up, people, man. Take care. I'll catch you on the flip side.